We are going to start by setting an event listener when the DOM is when the DOM content is loaded. So let's put here document.add-event-listener, and then I want to listen for DOM content loaded and content loaded, and then here I want to do something. So let's put an arrow function, and let me see here. Yeah, good. So here I want to get the tab buttons because we are going to be giving some interaction the time of switching between the tabs. That's something that we don't have by the moment because by default the active class is just set on the first one, and we want that on the click listener, in this case on each tab, the content is changing. So let's put here the const variable of tab buttons, and we want document to use document.querySelectorAll, and we want to reference to the class of tab buttons and then button. After this, we want another variable for the tab panes, and the tab panes is going to be document.querySelectorAll. We are going to have the class of tab pane. Good. Then for the tab buttons, we want to do some for each here, and on each one we want to get certain values by the button, and I want to add an event listener of the button of click. Here then I want to assign the arrow function to do something inside of it, and here we are going to grab the target tab. Is going to be equal to button.getAttribute and the data tab. This is the data tab attribute that we select that we set on the HTML section. That's why it's very handy and we are using it here. So now we are going to put some comment here that says deactivate all buttons and content panes, and let's put here tab buttons dot for each. I want to iterate through all the buttons, and then we want to set a class. So let's put here class list btm.classlist.remove, because we want to remove all the active classes from all the tabs. Good. And then we are going to do tab panes dot for each, and we are going to do the same too. So here for the pane, I want to iterate through the pane.classlist.remove, and then we want to remove the active class. Excellent. So after this, I want to put another comment here that says activate the click button and its corresponding content pane. Oh yeah, pane. So here we want to do button.classlist.add, and I want to add the active class for the button that is click, and then I want to document.getElement by ID. I want to get the ID of the target tab that we have, and then we are going to have the class list, and we are going to add then the active class. Good. And after this, after we have all the buttons here, then we are going to do something here that says if tab buttons dot length let me check something here. So if tab buttons dot length if greater than 0, that means that the tab buttons we are going to set to the first index that is going to be 0 and then clicks. This is for, let's put a comment here, initialize the first tab, content on load. So as you see on the first tab, we have by default it's going to be selected the deployment, but if I change between all these tabs, you see that the content is changing, and that's because we are related to we are referencing to each data tab, which is the ID, and according to the ID is the content that will be changing. And we have the elevation over there because we use on the previous section of CSS the keyframes. Okay, good. So now we are going to then in this case we are going to then get some other variables outside of the DOM load content here. So we want to get some the hero visual. So let's put here const hero visual is going to be equal to document.querySelector. In this case, just query selector because I don't want to select all the elements. And then it's going to be with the class of hero. Yeah, let me just put here the single quotes and then dot hero visual. Then for the car one, we want to document dot get element by ID to be of mockup car 1, and then I also want it for the car 2. And here we are going to do some if conditional, and let's say if hero visual, if the hero visual is present, that means that I want for the hero visual to add an event listener on mousemove. And then here I want to set an event here, so let's put here an event. And here on the event I want to set a content that says get the position of the mouse relative to the hero visual container. So here we are going to do some settings throughout the X and Y axis, you will see now. So let's put const rect is going to be equal to hero visual get bounding client red. Good. As you see here, it says method that returns a position relative to the viewport. So that's why we are getting this. Good. Then we want to get the X, that is going to be e.client X minus rig.left. Then we want to do the same for the Y axis. E.client white minus red dot top. Excellent. After this, I want to calculate gentle till translate based on the mouse position. So if we hover with the mouse on the cars, that's how we are going to be moving. So here let's put const center underscore x, that is going to be equal to rec.width divided by 2, and then const center underscore y is going to be equal to red dot height is going to be divided by 2 as well. Good. Then here we are going to put the comment of till power till power, and here we are going to be setting on parentheses lower is more subtle. Yeah, because we want to have the animation not that strong. We want it to have smooth as always. Till power on camel case is going to be equal to 10, then we want to get some move, so let's put const move x is going to be equal to x minus center underscore x divided by tilde power. We are going to do the same for the y, so let's put here move y is going to be equal to y minus center underscore y divided by tilde power. Good. Then here I want to apply the subtle movement to the cards. So let's put here card1.style.transform, and we are going to be using backtips because we are going to do string interpolation. So let's put here translate, and then I want to translate to the move x multiply by minus 0.5, and then here we are going to put pixels, and then comma, because we want also to do some movement on the y-axis, and here we are going to put move y multiply by minus 0.5 2, and then here we are going to set to be let's put here pixels, and then rotate 0 degrees. Good. For the card 2, we are going to do something similar. So let me just yeah, I'm checking something here. Yeah, let me just change of yeah, good. So as you see, we are having that small sort movement according to the mouse location on the feature one on the card one. So now I wanted to do the same for the card 2. So let's put here card 2 dot style dot transform, and here for the transform we are going to be using backtips 2. Let's put translate, and I want to translate on the move x multiply by 0.8 pixels. Then I want here to have move on the y-axis multiply for 0.82, and then here I want to set to have it for pixels, and then rotate 5 degrees. Good. And after this I want to reset the cards to on mouseleave. So let's so on mouseleave here, what we want to do is here a visual dot add event listener on mouseleave. I want to do something, and here we are going to do card1 dot style the transform is going to be equal to backtips, and let's put translate. Yeah, we can use single quotes. There shouldn't be an issue with it. So let's put single quotes here. Let's say translate 0 on 0, and then I want to rotate 0 degrees for the card 1, and then for the card 2 dot style dot transform, and I want to translate 0 on 0 2 and rotate 5 degrees. Excellent. So if we check right now, you can see that the cars are moving, and if I, in this case, leave, they are set to the original position. So yeah, that concludes the JavaScript section, guys. And this is the end of the whole tutorial, the video series. The tutorials will split on 3 videos. This is the last one. I hope that you like the tutorial, and I see you on the next one. If you want to continue learning, you can see more of my videos on this area here. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next one. Bye.